Hey everyone! Today I want to talk about a book that has already stirred up quite a lot of drama in the online book community, but it has been a little quiet lately. But to be honest, I am absolutely obsessed with this book and I do think about it every day and I want to talk about it some more. I read Katabasis by R.F. Kuang back in August and it was one of my most anticipated releases of 2025. And I already said it, but I'll say it again. I'm obsessed. So I'm just gonna say it. In my opinion, this book is a masterpiece, a full-on literary triumph. And honestly, I am a little confused as to how it's getting mixed reviews, but I'm trying to keep an open mind, as we all should. So what is Katabasis all about? And here it is. It's incredible, first of all. I'm gonna be saying that a lot, I'm sorry. But we follow two rival graduate students, Alice and Peter, who study magic at Cambridge in the 1980s. Alice decides to descend into hell to retrieve the soul of her professor, who she blames herself for his murder. And Peter joins in because this is also his professor, but he tells her that she can't do the descent into hell alone. And it's not because they want to save him. It's so that he can return to the land of the living, pass them, and then help them get academic jobs. And you can't tell me that that's not hilarious. So the biggest, most obvious theme here in Katabasis is that Cambridge, or academia as a whole, is hell. Kuang absolutely skewers academic institutions by showing off the exploitation of students, the abusive professors, nepotism in admissions and hiring, misogyny and racism, and the general toxicity that's baked into the entire system. What I love is how she balances sharp satire with emotional depth. It's funny until it suddenly isn't, and you realize how warped their priorities have become. So now let's talk about the FMC Alice, because she's been stirring actually a lot of controversy. And maybe this might be a little hot take, but most people don't actually like morally gray characters. And I've actually realized this myself with other books now. After reading this, it kind of made me rethink some other books where I was like, I really don't like this character. So Alice is messy. She makes really bad decisions. She's not supposed to be likable, and that's exactly what makes her brilliant. We follow her descent into hell while simultaneously following her descent into madness. She has anxiety spirals, tangents, intrusive thoughts. She deals with anxiety, depression, an eating disorder, misogyny in academia, and an abusive professor. She's raw, unfiltered, uncomfortable, and incredibly compelling. It's too academic. Actually, no. I've seen people complain that the book is too academic, and honestly, I could not disagree more. This is actual dark academia, not romantasy with dark academia vibes. I thought that the academic elements in the book were fascinating, especially the use of logic and paradoxes within the magic system. Can I explain the mechanics in detail? No. Did Kuang write it in a way that still makes sense narratively? Yes. And although I have not read Babel yet, I am planning on it. I was told that this is much easier to read than Babel. And now to the romance in the book. Is the romance the main plot? No. Is it still a significant part of Alice and Peter's character development? Yes. We see their evolving relationship from both perspectives, and I thought it was incredibly well done. And another little hot take, something doesn't have to be smutty to count as romance. Just remember that. Some people are saying that this book has no plot, and I genuinely don't understand how. There is absolutely a plot here. It's character driven and philosophical, not a dopamine hit, not instant gratification. You have to think. And I guess some people hate that apparently. But we follow Alice through the underworld, the unraveling academic illusions, and ultimately her slow self-destruction. I was never bored, not once. I was actually annoyed when I had to put the book down to feed this needy skin suit. And the underworld mythology, I loved it, especially mixed with Chinese mythology. Absolutely brilliant. But even if you aren't familiar with the myths, the book is still totally accessible. And if you want to learn more, Google is free and there's tons of books on myths available at the library. There's so much more that I could say about Katabasis, but I'll end it here. I love this book. I think it's a masterpiece, and if you've been on the fence because of the discourse, I genuinely hope this convinces you to give it a try. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. But as always, please be